Welcome back. As you just saw in that clip, was I believe it was a mountain lion that attacked a biker, and then it just ran away. There was a mountain lion that attacked someone, and it just ran away into the woods. You don't see that type of behavior with dogs. When dogs, attack people or bite people, they mean to kill that person. They remain at the scene wanting to maul that person. Even when they've been dead, they will then eat the person. But in that clip is a good example how natural animals are by far way different than these worthless mutts. You don't have to train these natural animals to leave you alone, to leave people alone. If anything, all of them will just run away from people. They stay far away from people for the most part. Obviously, there's exceptions, but for the most part, based on the stats, it is more common to have dog attacks. Man's best friend. It is more common to have man's best friend to maul people than to have these wild, savage, natural animals out attacking people. But anyways, here we go again. Based on the findings we can find on Google, it's reported that there's over 4.5 million dog attacks per year, just in the U.S. alone. So what I feel that means is that with over 4.5 million dog attacks per year, that means there's 4.5 million bad owners. Wouldn't we agree that if a dog attacks, that means it's the owner's fault? That means the owner is a bad owner. So that means 4.5 million owners have caused 4.5 million dog attacks, which either leads to the hospital or death. So what this is concluding is that dog culture, it attracts a lot of unreliable owners, unreliable people. For a culture that is worshipped as if, it's all good, it allows 4.5 million people to be attacked by dogs. So that means, again, 4.5 million, there are 4.5 million bad dog owners per year. That's not a good look for this dog culture that tries to pretend to be, the greatest, perfect, the well-established. When the records and the stats are saying a lot of dog owners are bad owners. They're bad. So why are bad owners attracted to dogs? Why are they allowing bad owners to own dogs? After 4.5 million people are attacked, you would think that they would be doing something to prevent bad owners from owning these things, but nearly every day, every year, the stats keep going up. Again, this is only in the U.S. alone, 4.5 million. Add that with Canada, the UK, Australia, India, China, South America. Those are a lot of bad dog owners. That's a lot. And the most they can do is, say, put up a sign. So if you're a bad dog owner, we just have to put up a beware of dog sign. If you're a bad dog owner, you just have to pay fines. Get a slap on the wrist. It's such a horrible, horrible culture. Very horrible. A few things I want to cover this evening. And first thing happened today, or reported today. Fatal dog attacks are rising and are hard to predict, but some common themes emerge. But don't they say dog owners should look for the warning signs? How can you say, look for the warning signs, and now you're saying it's hard to predict? Hard to predict. I mean, you're letting any dog nutter own these things. And in the end, they're accumulating for 4.5 million dog bites per year. And that's hard to predict. It's 2024, people. And they're acting as if this is like something that's new. When a pack of dogs attacked her 3 children as they stepped off the school bus last Thursday, Courtney Williams dashed over to help. The dogs turned on the 35-year-old mother, who was later found dead. We talked about this. And it's like, how many more bodies need to die to get reports like this? How many more bodies need to die that we have to keep getting reports like this one, telling the public that dog attacks are on the rise, when dog attacks happen every day? And this is in the US, so 4.5 million dog attacks every year. That's 4.5 bad dog owners. And some of them are just noticing this. Why are we still here? Why are we still here? They say fatal dog attacks, while rare. I don't know about that. To me, they're just kind of downplaying it. Claim dozens of lives in the U.S. each year. Although experts say it's difficult to predict when a dog will attack. But don't they say, do they not say, look for the warning signs? How many times in these news reports, articles, on the American Kennel Club, they say, look for the warning signs to prevent dog attacks. Don't keep children alone. Go give dogs walks, give dogs exercise, feed the dog, train the dog. And now you're saying that dog attacks are hard to predict. In dog culture, they play both sides. They play both sides of the they play both sides of of these arguments. But each of their arguments are always very weak and ignorant. I mean, it's baffling that we're still here. Mother and son jailed over XL bully attack on boy. A man and his mother has been jailed after admitting being in charge of an XL bully dog that caused catastrophic and life-changing injuries to a boy. Liverpool Crown Court heard the dog subjected to 8-year-old to a vicious and sustained attack in Baltall in February. Lewis, 30, who was the owner of the worthless mutt, and his mother pleaded guilty, being charged of a dog dangerously out of control and causing injury. The other article says it's very hard to predict. Hard to predict when a dog's going to attack. I'm pretty sure that these people saw some warning signs. I'm pretty sure this dog was reactive. Pretty sure this dog was barking at things. And you're going to tell me that these people didn't see the warning signs? But even if they do see the warning signs, like in this case, what do you think these people should have done? They see the warning signs. What can they do? Train the dog? What if they just dumped or abandoned the dog? No, they can't do that because they're going to feel guilty. Other people make them feel guilty, so they have to keep the dog. You got to train the dog. You got to train the dog not to attack, even though that's what it does. Hope that just made sense. I really hope that makes sense. But anyways, again, another reckless story pertaining to these dogs. And they pretty much just got slapped on the wrist. We only got 20 months. 20 months, 2 years, 20 months in prison. Slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. You think these people care? These dog nuts are cold-hearted. They're evil. They're worthless. If souls exist, they're soulless. If you need something like as worthless as a dog, you might be soulless. If you need something like an XL bully dog as a pet, then you might be worthless. Suspended sentence for Belfast woman over dog attacks which injured toddler and man. This attack happened in 2022 when the Bull Terrier dog was left unattended outside a shop. Belfast woman has been handed a suspended sentence after 2 people, including toddler, were attacked by her pet dog when she left it unattended outside a shop. So she's outside the shop. Do you think this person can see the warning signs? So why even have these things in society? Why have them? Because you know these dog nuts are not watching these dogs 24/7. They have to sleep. In many cases, when dog nuts do sleep, their dogs end up attacking someone. She was convicted of 2 counts under the Article 29. Prosecution was taken to Belfast City Council over the attack involving a Bull Terrier type worthless mutt, which both happened in 2022. First incident took place on August the 30th when a 3-year-old boy suffered an arm injury when attacked outside the shop. Same dog again unattended, so twice. This happened twice. And she only gets 4 months. And suspended for 12 months for each offense. So these attacks happen twice. We just read that it's unpredictable. So this dog attacked a toddler once. Months later, attacked another lady. Attacked another lady, I believe. And these dog nuts think it's a good idea to keep these dogs in our society, in our communities. Like how many more at this point? And again, do you think this lady, this dog nut, failed to predict that the dog would attack? Attacked twice. This should be considered attempted murder, because we know when these things attack, they mean to kill. These things don't just attack to walk away, they attack to kill. So any and every attack by these things to a person should be considered an attempted murder. But again, they just get slapped on the wrist. Our children are being attacked left to right. And it's like just now they're saying, these dogs are hard to these attacks are hard to predict, when every day they've been happening again and again, again and again and again. This time, a baby swan is attacked by dog. I said, no one can catch a break with these things. No one can catch a break. It's a never-ending rituals. Children aren't safe. Their owners are not safe. Pedestrians are not safe. Children are not safe. These owners' children are not safe. Now animals, again, are not safe. This happened on May 13th. Incident took place at 9 a.m. Again, it doesn't matter if it's 1 a.m. or 9 a.m. or in the middle of the night. These things, if they want to attack and if they're ready to attack, they are going to attack. Picture of the poor bird posted on social media shows the wound on its front. Luckily, the member of the public took the animal to Hasselhead Wildlife Rescue for vital treatment. The bird is believed to still be alive. However, it will not be returned to the park because it's unlikely that it will be accepted by its parents. And look what these dogs do. They're fed every day at their home, but still got to attack these creatures. For what reason? What purpose are they attacking these natural animals for? What reason are they attacking natural animals for? What is the purpose? We already know it's not for food. Because they already get fed at home. They get fed, little treats on their walk. So it's not about food. So what could it be that they really need to attack every living thing on this planet? And you think there's going to be backlash towards this dog? No. But let's say the tide was turned and it was a swan attacking a dog. There would be outcry. People would be saying, oh, that swan will be dead. That swan will be in the oven. That swan will be on the plate. Whatever natural animal that is attacking a dog, they'll take shots at that animal. They'll threaten to kill the animal. They'll threaten to eat the animal. Threaten to hunt the animal. But when it's dogs doing it to natural animals for no reason, you don't hear these dog nuts saying that dog should be on a platter. What they say again is blame the owner. It's like only dogs are allowed to attack anything and everything. And when they do, it's the owner's fault. But anything else that attacks or hurts a dog, immediately They are threatened with violence. So sad. Another one. I wasn't even expecting this one. It looks like another dog. Attacked. I want to say it looks like a cat. Yeah. Again, they're attacking cats. We have swans, now cats. Here we go again. Here we go again. Dog attacks NLGW worker checking on a meter, SCSO says. Let's see what they're gonna say.
Worker attacked by dogs Saturday around 8 o'clock in the morning over on Hickory Run Place. The MLT trying to fix that. The dogs attacked him. Police say a neighbor heard the worker yelling for help, went over to help out. The neighbor says the dog started coming at him, and that's when he shot at the dogs. None of the dogs were hit by the gunfire. The homeowner put the dogs inside, and Shelby County Fire came and helped out the worker the homeowner later cited.
Slapped on the wrist. I mean, the owner was just slapped on the wrist. We have, our public working to put food on the table for themselves, for their families, for whoever. They have bills to pay. And here we have these dog nuts, these sadistic, ignorant, arrogant, stupid, dangerous, violent dog nutters, pit nutters, bully tards. Having these dogs in the community, risking that someone may be hurt and or killed by these dogs. Do you think there's going to be an outcry against these dogs where I'm talking like the dog nuts saying that dog should be put down? Chances are no. Again, it's same rhetoric. Blame the owner. Blame the owner. Cite the owner. But there's always stories like this every day. People that are not even bothering dogs. Trying to pay bills here. And they're attacked by dogs. And this individual is one of the fortunate cases, because many delivery personnel, their publics, are attacked and killed by dogs. So many stories, so many videos of this. It just seems like we just gotta keep playing dumb and blinded to what's going on. The worker was reportedly on the property checking the possible faulty gas meter. So what? So what? And if he did die or get attacked, you know what would happen? The owner wouldn't get blamed. Because there are these rules where if you're on the property and a dog attacks or kills you, nothing can happen. It's a weird rule that only gives dogs leeway to kill. You're on a dog's property. Whether or not you're a delivery driver, you have to be there. You're a contractor, you're visiting. you're friends with them and that dog attacks you, nothing can be done. The dog gets put down and the owner gets cited, and that's pretty much it. And you gotta just live with it. So imagine if this individual who, he's doing a job for the city, was attacked and killed. Would they still apply that same rule to this individual? The dogs were not declared vicious. The incident remains under investigation. So they have to wait for the dog to be declared vicious. They have to wait for someone to be attacked. Even when they are attacked, it's like it doesn't even matter. We have a clear example of someone being attacked, and they're saying the dogs were not declared vicious. So even when they attempt to attack this guy, you got to investigate, and the dogs are vicious. It's just so crazy, so crazy, so crazy. Curious to see what this is about. Okay, it's not dog related. No. Increase in dog attacks prompts Limerick Council and Garda action. With over 1,500 dog attacks reported to Garda nationwide in the last 2 years, a study showing that more than 3,000 people, mostly children, have had to go to hospital as a result of such attacks. Campaign has started in Limerick to remind people to keep their dogs under strict control. But don't these dogs have to go to work? Don't they have to sleep? Do they have to nap? Do they have to cook stuff? Don't they have to work on the house? So they can't keep their worthless mutt under any control 24/7. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. These dogs escape. And again, it's just redundant talking points. Like, we've heard this before, but things are only getting worse. It's frustrating and annoying. Have to always read the same outcome and then have to say the same thing over again, but sometimes you just have to, because you're so frustrated that they just can't see that these dogs are the problem. These dogs are the main problem. If you take away the dog, and there's no dog problems, none whatsoever. But as long as the dog stays, owner or no owner, people are getting hurt and killed by these dogs. And there's so much, again, redundant talking points. So redundant. We started off with, I'm saying it's hard to predict. But each thing that I've read so far involving attacks. But they also say to look for the warning signs. How can you look for the warning signs if you're sleeping? How can you look for the warning signs if you turn your back for a few seconds? These doglets are not looking at their dogs 24/7. Even if they are at home, they're not with their dog 24/7. They have to sleep. They have to go to the washroom. They have to shower. They have to leave the house. They can't take their dog everywhere, even though some do, but most of them can't. So they're not watching their dog 24/7. Even when they are watching their dog, even when it's on a leash and it's so-called trained, they still end up attacking. Some of these doglets don't even know the warning signs. Because that's how ignorant they are. They just think dogs won't do, they think their dogs or any dog just won't attack. It won't happen. Because they're deluded. They're deluded. They're living in this delusion. They're too comfortable. And when they're comfortable, you're going to be slack. You're going to be a little lazy. You're going to just let your dogs roam and, thinking everything's going to be all right. But the same outcome happens over 4.5 million times per year where a dog ends up attacking people. And most of those times, it's the owners. Some of those times, it's the owner that they're attacking. It's the doglet that rescued them that they're attacking. It's their foster parents, their foster owners that they're attacking. It's annoying. It's frustrating. In the celebrity world, Jesse James sued over vicious dog attack. So even these celebs, I think he's a celeb, even they can't even control their dogs. The president can't control his dog. Cesar Millan can't control his dogs. So if Cesar Millan can't control his dogs, and they're attacking and killing their dogs or whatever, and you have the president who has various sources and resources, his dogs are attacking people. Now we have celebs whose dogs are attacking another person, attacking another person. It's like, why can't they see that the dog is the problem? Doesn't matter how much training, how much food. Doesn't matter the status of the owner, the status of the president. It doesn't matter. They end up attacking and hurting people over and over again. Like, this should be common sense now. KCK woman raises safety concern.
Woman says the loose dogs in her neighborhood are out of control. One of them bit her and attacked her dog. I want to warn you here, the injuries the woman showed us are disturbing.
Yeah, she wants the city to do something about it. When she contacted KCTV5, we sent Betsy Webster to KCK to see what is being done.
It happened last Sunday evening here on this block on Barnett between 5th and 6th. Jessie Molina and her husband were walking their dog Lucy when another dog who was off leash attacked both Jessie and Lucy. Walking with her husband to meet us was the first walk Jessie has taken since a pit mix came at them 8 days ago. Her wounds are both physical and emotional.
I had to beat with a metal box. Sorry.
She worries for her dog, Lucy. Lucy had multiple gashes, now has stitches and staples. And this is what happened to Jessie's arm.
I'm doing this so we can figure out what's going wrong here. Because there's babies and families walking around.
You're also part of the problem. You own a dog. You're part of the problem as well. I can respect some of you general dog nuts for speaking up against pit bulls and bully breeds, but you are also part of the problem. You are also disgusting. You're the ones that have allowed some way or another these bully breeds to exist in our community. You want to talk about safety? No, you don't get that right to do that. Because you're also a dog nut. People can also feel endangered, unsafe around your worthless one. I don't care if it's a bully breed or not. Because your dog is capable of attacking and hurting people just as much as a pit bull can or a bully breed can and would. If not even less, doesn't matter. Your dogs are also part of the problem. And now you want to talk about safety of children. I don't know the history of your dog, but all I know is that your dog is a worthless mutt. It's disgusting, carries diseases, and just like a pit bull or any bully breed, it has the chances of attacking anyone just as much as well. You other dog nuts who, general dog, I call you general dog nuts. You are also part of the problem to why bully breeds and pit bulls exist. It's because of you. You're allowing this. If you want to end, and I believe if you really want to end the bully breeds and pit bulls, you got to give up your own dogs too. Because you really have no real argument against bully breeds or pit bulls. You really don't. You really don't have an argument against them. Because your dog is still a dog. It's still worthless. It still can attack and hurt people. So you really shouldn't be talking about safety when you have a dog in your community that can also endanger others. Let's.
And if I had a child, that child could be dead. And this is a huge issue.
She credits her Strawberry Hill community of neighbors with intervening to help. She praised the animal services officer who responded and started an investigation. Do police need more money for enforcement, she asked? Police say they're already being aggressive. A spokesman said from 2022 to 2023, they had a 26% increase in calls about dogs off leash and a 62% increase in the number.
But they have all these things, but they're still blind to what's going on. They're still ignorant and just stupid to what's really going on.
Number of citations issued. A municipal court judge makes the final call on what fines and orders to give for violations of several laws already on the books. They include running at large, failing to register, failing to spay neuter, and placing a person in fear. What they don't include is automatic euthanization after a bite. The current steps involve a 10-day quarantine. If someone admits to being the dog's owner, they get the dog back pending court. If they deny owning the dog is put down because the shelter can't responsibly adopt out a dog with a bite history. Jessie now plans to move to the suburbs, where she hopes she and her pup will be safer.
Did you hear that? This dog nutter thinks moving to the suburbs is going to be safer for her and her worthless mutt. This is dog culture for you. They It doesn't matter where you are. As long as dog culture exists in your country or city or wherever, there are going to be dogs everywhere. Maybe not as much, maybe not near any bully breeds or pit bulls or whatever, but there's still going to be dogs in that area. Which means it's going to feel very uncomfortable. Which means dog problems are going to happen. And let's say this lady does move to the suburbs and she lives right beside another bully breed owner. Like, what are you going to do now? Again, the real solution from these general dog nuts is to give up their worthless mutt. They do that, I think every other dog, the bully breeds, etc., will be abolished. That means, as she said, want to keep the children safe. You give up your dog, they give up their dogs. Then the children can finally live safe in the community without having to be worried about dogs attacking them. That's pretty much it. Again, 4.5 million bad dog owners exist every year in America. But again, I don't know if I'm not loading, but sorry about that. But anyways, but yeah, here we go again. More dog attacks. With every dog attack comes a lot of ignorance and the redundant talking points. Redundant. And it's the ignorance. It's the delusion. They dog nuts, dog culture. They just fail to see, and they probably just don't want to see, that the dogs, as long as their dogs exist, they're going to be a problem. It's not just people they're attacking. They're attacking natural animals. They're attacking cats. Attacking their owners. And the dog nut thinks the best solution is to just slap them on the wrist. Even if their dog kills someone, which I call attempted murder, even if their dog doesn't kill someone, which I call attempted murder, they get slapped on the wrist. Even if their dog does, they get slapped on the wrist. A couple years in jail, pay a little fine. They can't own dogs anymore, and we just have to I guess wait for the next one. Just be ready for the next one, even though these attacks that they're saying they're saying that they're hard to predict, but they do say look for the warning signs at the same time. Even though the stats say that dogs bite 4.5 billion a year, with many fatalities nearly every day around the world, somehow it's still hard to predict. If it is hard to predict, why even risk gambling on these worthless mutts and have them remain in our communities, in our society, in our homes? Wherever there's dogs, no one, no animal, no person, no individual, not even the owner, no one is safe. Not even if you're the president, not even if you're a celebrity, not even if you're a dog trainer like Cesar Millan. No one, not even dogs themselves, are safe from dogs. But in the dog culture perspective, just ignore it, blame the owner, and just wait for the other or next attack. I am Gore the Dog Butcher, Nether Worthless Mutts. Remember, it is okay to hate dogs.